Welcome to Kelly's first makeup tutorial! Alright kids, in the next 15 minutes I'm going to show you how to achieve this makeup look. It is my first video tutorial, so please be gentle. I hope you like it. Okay, here we are. So, prior to filming, I prepped my skin by washing my face, and then I applied the Vitamin C Serum by One Love Organics that I am low-key obsessed with, but more on that later. And then the Khiel's Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate. That's a tongue twister, but pretty much just makes my skin look smooth as fuck and helps my makeup stay on. So with that being said, I like to start on my eyes. I'm using MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. It's kind of a flesh tone, and I'm using a flat brush to apply it. This is the MAC 252, and I am also putting on way too much. So simmer down with that. I'm patting it in with my finger because I realized, wow, too much. It's going to help keep your eyeshadow on and keep it from creasing if you use the correct amount. So don't pack it on like I did. First time, baby's first day. I'm using the Morphe Brush Eyeshadow Palette in 35K. And I'm using about a medium brown in my crease. I'm using MAC 217 brush. It's a really fluffy blending brush. It's my all-time favorite. It's a classic. I mean, you really can't go wrong. If I could say to have one brush in your collection, this is it. I love this brush. Just going back and forth in my crease in circular motions and just blend until your wrist hurts, honey. I think at this point I put a darker color on my brush as well because I just really wanted to get a little more depth in the crease. So same thing underneath. You want to mirror the same colors at the bottom for this look. And so I'm just kind of making it really smoky underneath as well. Now for my lid color, I'm using that pretty little guy. And I'm going to use the flat brush that we used before, and I'm applying the brush into the eyeshadow, and then I'm using that little tube I just showed you. That is MAC Studio Fix, MAC Studio Fix, and I'm spraying the brush so it's damp. With these really shimmery colors, sometimes they can be a little flaky on your lid, so if you get them damp first with like a makeup fixative like MAC Fix Plus, it'll help keep them on longer, and it'll help the color pop a lot more. They'll look a lot more vibrant, and yeah, good story, bro. And then I'm just going on with another layer on top, dry, just to make it look bow. And now I'm using a darker brown color, same fluffy brush, and I'm going into the crease and mostly concentrating most of the color on the outside of my eye. This is going to give your eye more of an almond shape. It's going to kind of pull it out, elongate it. This is kind of a desired eye shape that a lot of people like for their eyes, so I thought I would do it. And then going in with the same color underneath. If you feel more comfortable using a thinner brush for the bottom lash line, go ahead. Like a flat-headed brush or something smaller, you can. I don't mind the smokiness, so I still use a fluffy one. That guy just uses clean with no product, and I just used it to buff out the color. And now I was really excited because I found my cream eyeliner, and I'm using the MAC Black Track Fluid Line with an angled brush. You could use a liquid liner. I've always had better luck with cream eyeliners and using a brush to apply them. Sometimes the felt tip on a liquid liner it ain't my jam. It tries to play me, you know? I'm not into that. So I have more control with a brush because I control the amount of product I use, and I can flip it around like I just did there and use the point, or I can flip it the other way and use the thicker side of it. And I start with the outside of my eye to kind of see where I'm going to have the wing go out to, and I do the wing first, and then I'll move into the center of my lid all the way into the inner corner of my eye as well. Hey. Okay, now I'm putting my foundation on. I just skipped ahead. I'm using the Beauty Blender Damp. This thing is amazing. This is changed the way I put my makeup on for sure. I think the product I'm using is MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It's a full coverage foundation. And yeah, it just stays on really day. It's kind of my go-to for brides as well. I really like the consistency. It's a classic. And I'm just dabbing. I'm not wiping. I'm dabbing all over my face. If you wipe with the sponge, it could kick up some dry skin. Not cute. Okay, MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I live for you. How cute. Look how little I'm putting on for the video. Not true, honey. I use like half the bottle on my face. Let's be real. But I'm focusing on the areas you kind of want to highlight. So the center of your forehead, the bridge of your nose, absolutely underneath your eyeballs, your chin. And I'm just going back in with the damp Beauty Blender and just dabbing. No wiping, especially around the eye. You want to go back and forth, different directions when you're dabbing concealer under your eye because you don't want it to settle in any creases. Whether we want to admit it or not, the eye area definitely creases, so especially with age. Just dabbing, bringing it up towards my temple because it's definitely going to create a lot of glow and highlight in the center of my face, which is what you want. Dabbing it on the chin. Hey, are you guys into dab step? Oh my God, the worst. Don't listen to me. Or keep listening, I'm sorry. Yeah. All the way on the inner corners there. I think I had a blemish, and that's where I'm really going to town over there. But I just couldn't live without that product. I really love it. Damn, it's hot. Balls hot. I also have lights on me. I'm not used to this, so. Okay, what do we got here? All right, I'm using MAC Translucent Prep and Prime Powder. I love this powder, A, because it's translucent. If you are a makeup artist, it's so good to have a translucent powder in your kit. It matches everybody's skin tone, so you don't have to worry about carrying around a lot of colors. I also think they have a lot more of a fine consistency than a lot of colored powders. And powder can oxidate on your skin, and I'm just kind of using it to set my concealer, so I'm not using it all over my face. So if it does oxidize, and that means get darker on your skin, it's only going to be in like patches underneath my eyes or the bridge of my nose and my forehead. Not cute. That was a little peek at the contour kit by Anastasia. Beverly Hills. I live for it. I'm using a Morphe brush. I don't know the number of this brush, but it's a fluffy, tapered end. I like it so you can get on the inner corner of my eye underneath there. And I'm using the banana color. It's like a light yellow, and it really just brightens up the face. I already have a yellow skin tone. If you have more of a pink or a warmer skin tone, you don't want to use any yellow powders because you're going to look gray, girl. You're going to look dead, mom. Not cute. And now I think I'm using that brush for a powder highlight as well, and that's just out of pure laziness because I couldn't find anything else, or I just didn't want to get up and grab something else. But just improvise, kids. You don't have to have all the professional tools to get a look. You just have to know how to use what you have. I'm now using another Morphe brush from that same kit that I got. Again, I don't know the number. It came in like a contour kit. They're really inexpensive, affordable brushes. Good quality for the price. If you're looking to buy some brushes, I recommend you check them out. I do love my MAC brushes, but I understand that like sometimes you don't want to spend $50 on a brush. I get it. So they're a really good alternative. Now I'm using just circular motions to carve out my contour underneath my cheeks. If you guys want a contour video or are interested in learning about that, just let me know. I can do that separately. But yeah, I'm facing away from the camera because these lights were so bright. It was kind of hard to see in my mirror. So I'm just using it underneath my cheekbone to kind of carve out a little definition so it looks like I have cheeks and I don't look like just a thumb, which is kind of my go-to. Circular motions, just back and forth, and blend until your wrist hurts, honey. Until your wrist hurts. And you want to start with most of your product towards your ear and your hairline and bring that product down towards your cheek. You don't want to go in with a lot of product right on your, like the apple of your cheek underneath. It's going to look really dark. It's not going to look as natural. So yeah, start towards your hairline like I am on my forehead. And you just kind of start buffing it out. And then most product by your hairline, bring it down. Damn, she really went to town over there. Buff, girl. Buff it out. The reason you use it up on your forehead as well is because you want it to all look cohesive. You don't want just this concentration of color on your cheeks and nowhere else on your face. It's not going to look as natural. So your forehead, your nose, chin, jawline, and your cheeks, you just definitely want to mirror it all over the face so it's symmetrical, which is what everyone's going for when they do their makeup, right? Right. Say yes. Ta-da! And right. Okay. I did my mascara off screen because you guys all know how to put your mascara on, right? And if you don't, there's no hope. Okay, I'm now doing my brows. A lot of people ask me what I use in my eyebrows, and I use MAC Dip Down, which is actually a cream eyeliner, the same one I used on my eyes, except this color is brown, obviously. And I use an angled brush, and I just use little feather hands to whisper it on, just really lightly. If you use too much of this, it's gonna be dark brown all over your eyebrows, which is not what you're looking for. So I just use my product. I put a line of product on underneath my brow, and I'm literally just using whatever I had on in the beginning and buffing it out on the rest of my brow. Same with the contour. If you guys are interested in something like this, if you want to see a video for brows, please let me know. I can film it a little closer. You guys can really see how I use this product. I've been really stuck on using Dip Down. I've been using it for a couple years now on my brows. I jumped back and forth for a while using powders and pencils, but this is my comfort zone, what works best for me. And it doesn't move, so I like that as well. And I just put the lightest concentration of color towards the inside of the brow. You don't want it too dark towards your nose. It doesn't look as natural. Oh, ta-da, both are done. Who wants to watch me do the other one? No one. What is she doing? It's like, you know people are watching you, right? If you guys saw the makeup counter I'm working with, ooh, clear brow gel, you would know why I keep going out of frame, because it's a mess. I literally just threw all my makeup on a table. Anyway, shut up, Kelly. This is clear brow gel by MAC, and I am putting this on all over my brow just to set it. Make sure that I got no rogue hairs flipping around. I don't want none of that. Just want to make sure everything stays in place. Ta-da! What now, girl? She needs to put a lip on because she looks like she doesn't have any. Nope, she's going to highlight her brow instead. Same color I used to highlight my cheekbones from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm using it right underneath my brow. It's a matte highlight. I like it so it doesn't have a lot of shimmer, which is why I'm using it above my brow as well. That's just a really subtle way to lift your eyes without a lot of product. I don't know why I'm laughing. Haha, lipstick's so silly. Oh my god. I think this is Freckletone from MAC Classic. And then I'm going in with liner second. And that's just because I didn't want it to be as dramatic or, you know, as defined. I wanted it more of like a subtle definition. So I did the liner after the lipstick, just to give it a little more depth on the outer corners. There she is. Who would have thought that little gremlin could turn into something like this? Thanks for listening, guys.